Hey everybody, welcome. Flowing today. We're going to do a flow, vinyasa flow. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Grab yourself 2 blocks for practice and your water and anything else that you need to make yourself feel comfortable. Some people even like to have a blanket or a towel or something like that for the knees at certain times, and also for your shavasana at the end. So, yeah, welcome to day 19. Yeah, it's day 19 of a 30-day yoga challenge. And if you're completely new to the challenge and me, my name is Simone, and I'm running a 30-day yoga challenge for the month of December as a kind of official sign-off for 2020. We've got quite a few people joining in that challenge, but if you're new to the practice, you don't have to be a part of the challenge. You can just take a class here anytime it's on offer. So welcome. You might hear a little bit of this and a little bit of that upstairs. Some business happening in the suite upstairs, and I can hear some things shuffling about, so sometimes that might peek through. And we are not going to be working with a playlist today, just our bodies, just ourselves. Actually going to go over a little bit of talk, a little bit of information as we move through on bandhas, on yoga bandhas. And bandhas are a lock, officially. They translate to being a lock in the body that you activate in your practice so that you can lock off energy for a beat of time, a few seconds, maybe even up to a minute if that works for you. And then after that lock releases, it releases new energy, new blood flow, new oxygen, and it actually helps clear out toxins and reinvigorate the body in a way. And so we do a lot of that in yoga, just even through getting into certain poses. You, whether you know it or not, have already been doing it if you've been practicing yoga. So I'm just going to bring it up a little bit more today, especially for the 30-day challenger peeps, in terms of recognizing some of what's happening and being able to trigger the bandhas a little more effectively to make certain things happen. And it's a work in progress. It's never a work in process, I should say. It's never completely even just figured out or perfected. That's the thing about practice. Practice makes practice. We'll get started in about 4 minutes, 8 a.m. Pacific for people on that time zone, 11 a.m. Eastern, and I know some people are even joining in Europe, which is later in your day. So that's the time that I typically offer this practice if you're ever wanting to join live. So we'll get started on the hour now in 3 minutes. I've got a new ring light today. It's a little brighter, maybe even too bright. How does that seem? Does it look okay, guys? Let me check it out on this channel. Oh, that's pretty nice. And just as a sneak peek for tomorrow's yoga, for those doing the 30-day challenge, it will be a yin with music. Um, Sweet, snuggly yin with music for Sunday. So just wrapping up the week with a little bit of, literally, it can feel like a bit of a massage for yourself as you get into that practice. And just something to look forward to for tomorrow. Almost there. Hopefully you guys are just about ready if you're joining live. And feel free to send me a note if you're part of the 30-day challenge or not. You can always send me a note in the chat and say hello when we're live. But you can follow up. Oh, and my mother wants me to tell you guys to like the videos. She said it's very important. Simone, you tell them. There she is. Hi, Mom. You happy I told them? Okay, guys, it's 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. We're going to get started. And we're just going to get started on our back body. You can put your props, your blocks nearby if you got them. You don't always start in Shavasana, although if you get to class early enough, whether it's virtually early enough, you can do this, or in the past when you were going to a studio, you'd get to your mat and hopefully you'd have these few beats before practice where you could lie on your back. And this pose in its simplest form is an offering to check in and what is needed from the practice. Shavasana, corpse pose. You're not trying to be weird about calling a pose corpse pose, but if anything was to give you an idea of how to meet it, right? A dead man's pose, right? You would meet it with that kind of humility, that kind of silence in your body, that quiet space so that you could really get an insight into what it's meant to offer. Now, when it feels good for you, you don't have to inhale, just exhale all your breath out and maybe make a sound. And notice the release that it provides for your back body to be on the mat. The first bandha is Jalandhara bandha. It's the neck lock. So I want you to tuck your chin in and maybe exaggerate that so that you feel the neck belong to the mat and you feel a kind of constriction, a lock, right? A lock in the neck body. And then just to kind of get it turned on or triggered more, flex your feet and point your toes towards your head as you tuck your chin in. But then draw your lower spine down as much as you can, but don't give up on the neck lock, the tuck of the chin. When you inhale, take an inhale through the back of the throat like you're sucking water through a straw if you were taking a drink. Should feel a little heated. And when you exhale, hot out and untuck your chin and release your feet. 2 more of those. Tuck your chin in, flex your feet. Back of the throat, suck water through a straw with your inhale. Almost sounds like a bit of a snore. Exhale hard out the mouth. One more of those. Tuck your chin in, flex your feet. Inhale, inhale, take another sip through the back of the throat, neck lock. And then release the neck lock, exhale hard out the mouth. And then take your hands to your ribs or around the diaphragm area and constrict that. Push into your hands as you kind of flex out your belly like you're going to do a sit-up. And breathe in through the nose. And breathe out through the nose. Keep it constricted. Inhale. Out the nose, exhale. Release that constriction, that kind of flexing of the belly like you're doing a sit-up. That was your Uddiyana Bandha, your diaphragm bandha. So another lock. We'll do two more of those. Put your hands across your ribs, diaphragm, and breathe in. Through the back of the throat with that inhale. Out the nose, breathe out. Feel it kind of hard here underneath your hands. Breathe in. Out the nose, breathe out. Release your palms, palms face up. One calm breath in. One sigh out. We'll get to the Mula Bandha in one sec. Bring your right knee up to chest. Interlock your fingers at the right shin. Take an inhale. Flex your left foot. Exhale, pull. Lengthen the right leg long, opposite grip of the hands onto the left shin. Left knee comes up. Breathe in. Out the nose, pull. Keep the left knee there. Bring the right knee up. Wrap the arms around the shins and knees. Pick up your head for a bit. Maybe tuck the forehead in towards the chin. You should feel your diaphragm lock a bit for that Uddiyana Bandha, where we just were. Take an inhale. Hugging the forehead in and grounding the arms into the shins. Exhale. Listen, put your head down. Keep your knees there. Then separate your knees a little wider and put your arms through your knees with your palms pressing up to the sky. So like you're doing a chaturanga or plank onto your ceiling. And then separate your feet and lift up your shoulder blades off the mat. Press the feet flat to the sky the same way you're pressing your flat hands flat to the sky. Imagine that they're grounding there. And then pick up your bum, your sacrum, your lower back, and feel a squeeze going a little lower from the Uddiyana Bandha towards the Mula Bandha. And hold that up. Your bum is off the floor. Your sacrum squeezing off the floor, and you're lifting your shoulders and your head higher and pressing your feet towards the sky. Breathe in and out. Feel a little squeeze there. The perineum, that space at your pelvic floor area-ish. Breathe in and out. Hold the squeeze, not the breath. Press through the flat hands and the feet. Breathe in and out. Don't let your bum fall. If you feel it fall, pick up. It's going to squeeze. It's going to work the abdomen and the lower abdomen. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let it go, but keep the legs up and the hands and arms up. Breathe in. Sigh out. One more time before we get flowing. Pick up the shoulder blades. Pick up the head. Really ground through the flat hands, pressing the sky away. Then pick up the bum. Sacrum off the floor, drawing your knees wider. You're basically in Bakasana crow pose, guys, on your upper mid-back body. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Hold the squeeze, not the breath, for 3. Pick up the bum. Don't let it drop, for 2. Lift the sacrum a little higher, for 3, 2, 1. Let everything go. Legs long. You should feel a bit of a release. Take one breath in and sigh it out. Grab the knees in towards the chest. Grab the backs of the knees. Rock forward and back. Do this about 2 more times. Yeah. And see if you might use the squeeze of your diaphragm and that pelvic floor to take a stand on your feet. Stand up, arms high, back of the mat. Breathe in. Ooh, exhale, fold, back of the mat. Breathe out. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Breathe in. Flat back, exhale, fold, palms press down. Breathe out. One more time. Ardha Uttanasana, facing the back of the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, fold, breathe out. Let's walk our hands to the right. Lift our heels and swoosh onto the balls of the feet, tippy-toeing to face the front of the mat. Heels are high in your forward fold. Take an inhale. Exhale, bow more into the forward fold. Put your heels down. Walk to the top of your mat. Downward face dog. Breathe in. And stay here. Breathe out. 2 breaths here. Feeling down dog. If you've got those 2 blocks that I asked you to grab, you could do a down dog with your hands to the blocks. One more inhale. One more exhale. Look forward between the hands. Step your right foot forward. Breathe in. Step your left foot forward. Breathe out and fold. Ardha Uttanasana, top of the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, bow. Breathe out. Stand up, arms high. Inhale, Urdhva Vrikshasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe out. A few Surya A's, arms high. Inhale, let's flow. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana is that fold. Ardha Uttanasana is halfway up. Breathe in. Step to plank on your exhale. Breathe out. Feel the squeeze of your diaphragm lock, the Uddiyana Bandha, and feel the squeeze of your pelvic floor, the Mula Bandha. Breathe in. Put your knees down, your shoelaces, shins down, and bend your arms all the way down. Breathe out. Put your shoelaces down, ground, tips of the fingers down, baby cobra. Long neck, even neck lock here. Breathe in. And then exhale, kiss the floor. Tabletop, take an inhale. And downward face dog to exhale. Left foot steps forward, breathe in, lunge. Right foot forward, forward fold, exhale. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, flat back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Stand up, arms high, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart, samastita. Breathe out. Arms down and forward and up. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe out. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, halfway lift, weight into the fronts of the feet. Plank pose. Breathe out. Feel the squeeze of your pelvic floor, right? Feel that kind of almost like if you had to go to the washroom and you hold just a little bit and you feel that squeeze. Mula Bandha. Feel the hug of your diaphragm. Uddiyana Bandha. And maybe look at your navel and do the neck lock here. Jalandhara Bandha. Breathe in. And then chaturanga to the floor. Breathe out. Baby cobra, shoelaces down. Do the neck lock here. And then exhale, kiss the floor and press in through tabletop and then down dog. Check out your navel as you tuck your chin in here. Breathe in. Not only does it neck lock a bit, but it might also root lock in the Mula Bandha. You might feel a little trigger in your pelvic floor. Stay with it for 3, for 2. Zip your legs, inseams kiss, heels high. Breathe in. Hold your breath and hop to the top. Breathe out. Now land your exhale, folds. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, breath out. One more, arms high, reach, inhale. Hands to heart, samastiti. Drop your arms and then forward and up, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, drop down through the heart, but hug your belly in, activate that diaphragm. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, hopper step, breathe out. Upward face dog on an inhale. Push through your shoelaces. Look at your navel here. And then downward face dog, exhale. That little neck lock, look at your navel, might help to tug the navel in, pick up the hips down and back, or up and back. Breathe in. Sigh out. Right leg high, inhale. Right knee to right elbow, exhale. Right leg high, inhale. Left elbow, exhale. Right leg up, inhale. Right thumb to step through, exhale. Put your knee down, arms high. One inhale here. As you wave your arms back, pick up the back leg, straighten, powerful pose, breath out. Feel the squeeze of the upper inner thighs, which might also ignite that Mula Bandha root chakra there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Crescent lunge, inhale. Second warrior, exhale. Back leg touch with the left hand, right arm high. Breathe in. Cartwheel your hand, step into plank through an exhale and chaturanga. Breathe out. Upward face dog, shoelaces down. Breathe in. Look at your navel and then kick your bum up and back. Downward dog. Breathe out. Left leg up. Inhale. Left knee to left elbow, just touch that. Broad upper back body, hugging, diaphragm in. Left leg up, inhale. Touch your right elbow, exhale. Left leg up, inhale. Spread the toes, it ignites the bandha. Step through to the left thumb, right knee down, exhale. Arms high for one breath in. As you wash the arms down and back, straighten the back leg, powerful lunge, lead with the long neck. Feel the squeeze of the upper inner thighs, charging a little trigger there into the pelvic floor. For 3, for 2, crescent lunge, inhale. Second warrior, exhale. Right hand down, left arm up, inhale. Reach, cartwheel the hands and right into chaturanga as you step. Upward face dog, inhale or modified. Neck lock, look at the navel. Downward face dog, wash the hips up and back. 2 breaths in and out through the nose. So sometimes we're not meant to hold our breath in our yoga, but as you're leading into a move, it can be helpful to hold it for a beat and charge a little bit of a trigger into those bandhas. So when you lift your heels high here for the hop, first zip your inner thighs, then lift your heels high. Breathe in and load your spring, hold your breath. Hop on the hold. And then land it, exhale, fold. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Chair pose, swing the arms up, inhale. Sit down, lower, exhale. Interlock your hands up top in your chair, point your index high, close the heels of the hands. Can you work your arms more back in your sit? Breathe in and out. Ground through your heels, feel the hug of your lower belly in, stand up straight, inhale. Up and over to the right, exhale. Center, inhale. Up and over to the left, exhale. Center, inhale, kind of locking the back of the throat as you inhale. Exhale, fold, breath out. That's how you get your ujjayi breath. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hop or step into chaturanga. If it's a hop, it's bent arms. Upward face dog, inhale. Downward face dog, exhale. Right leg up, breathe in. Listen, bend the leg, stack the hip, breathe out. Straighten the leg and square the hips. Inhale, spread the toes. Bring it to the right wrist. Exhale. Kick up on an inhale. Right knee to left wrist. Exhale. Without touching down, kick up, breathe in. Touch down to the right thumb with the right foot. Exhale, left knee down. Arms high, breathe in. Hands to heart, twist over this front leg, breathe out. Full inhale here. Straighten your back leg in the twist. Pray your hands more center. Exhale. Peel your belly off your front thigh. Elongate your spine here. Breathe in and out. Listen, take an inhale. We're staying in powerful lunge legs. And then arms alongside the body, runner's lunge, exhale. Arms high, crescent lunge, breathe in. Second warrior, been here before, breathe that guy out. Peaceful warrior, reach back through the right hand, breathe in. Straighten the front leg and triangle your pose, breathe out. Left foot, heel toes in, left arm high. Ground here for 3, for 2. Rotate your left rib cage up and back for 1. Come up to warrior 2, breathe in. Cartwheel the hands, kick the left heel up and straighten the right leg. Fold in, breathe out. Hold your inhale here, right hip back, left hip forward. Little chin lock in, exhale. Bend the front leg, breathe in. Kick back but hover the foot and chaturanga, breathe out. Upward face dog on an inhale. In downward face dog, you can chin lock there on root, exhale. Turning on that bandha, one breath in. One breath out. Left leg high, keep it up there, breathe in. Bend the legs, spread the toes. Really powering through the mound of the left foot, ignite a bandha there. Straighten the legs, square the hips, breathe in. Left knee to left wrist, but don't touch the floor, breathe out. Come up, kick, inhale, spread the toes. On the exhale, left knee to right wrist, exhale. Come up, kick, breathe in. Step through, put your right knee down. Anjane arms for one inhale, preparatory, breathe in. Hands to heart, tilt forward and twist over your left leg. Use your right outer arm to literally peel your belly forward and up off that left thigh. Straighten your back leg slow, taking in an inhale. Feeling a lift of your torso away from the floor to exhale. Breathe in. Rotate the left rib cage back. Breathe out. Stay in the twist. Powerful legs stay. Inhale. As you untwist, your arms go back. Powerful lunge. Reach through your fingers. Exhale. Crescent lunge. Open it up. Breathe in. Second warrior, land that guy, breathe out. Dance it back, reach up and back, breathe in. Straighten your leg here to come into triangle, breathe out. Land here for a beat, pointing maybe your right toes inward, using a block maybe to the left fingertips if you need it, and rotating your right rib cage up and back. Try not to drop the weight down. Elevate the spirit of the pose as you twist open in triangle for 3, for 2. Inhale, warrior 2, bend the front leg, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands and flip the back heel up, straighten the front leg, fold in. Hold your inhale here as you stay folded in pyramid pose, left hip back, right hip forward. One more inhale. Maybe tuck the chin in, a little lock. Exhale. Bend the front leg, plant the paws, breathe in. Kick back and hook or hover, chaturanga, breathe out. Then both shoelaces must go to the floor for up dog. Look forward, not up, breathe in. And kick it back through the hips, breathe out, down dog. Stay for the inhale and stay for the exhale. Walk your hands to your feet, back of the mat, breathe in. Feet hip width distance, peace fingers to big toes, elbows out to the sides of the rooms, sides of the mats, fold and pull, breathe out. In your fold and pull, keep the charge of the arms, elbows winging open to the front of the mat. Do that as much as possible to light up the top of your back and then shift the weight into the fronts of the feet here. And then as you fold, feel a little squeeze of your pelvic floor. Breathe in and out. Releasing that squeeze of your pelvic floor, the Mula Bandha. Release the hands, heel toe the feet wider. Fan the toes out, heels in. Breathe in and start to sit through the exhale. Breathe out. And palms to heart. And here you should be able to identify the Mula Bandha a bit. Perineum. That space into the lower and between, well, In yoga, they usually call it our sex organs, our lower parts. And we feel that squeeze there. And that squeeze is what helps us with the hops and the balancing acts of Bakasana. And you might have noticed it on your back body when we were trying to work or trigger that. And breathe in. And breathe out. Let go of that little squeeze, hands down, forward fold bum up. Inhale. And then point your toes straight ahead. Exhale, a little wider in the feet. Walk to a down dog with a wider stance in the feet. Take an in-breath. And ground your heels to pick up your toes. Exhale. And then light up the inseams of your legs. Remember what it's like to hold a block in between your legs, if you've done that with me before. Do that, imagine that, and also press through the outsides of your thighs, upper thighs. Like you're shoving for room for your hips to slide into a very narrow space. And breathe in. Keep that outer thigh active and inner thigh too. Breathe out. Zip your legs, inseams kiss. Put your heels high and micro bend your legs and take an inhale. Really load your breath. Hold at the top. Hop on the hold of breath. Then tuck your feet in. Exhale, fold top of the mat. Chair pose, inhale. Beautiful, hands to heart, stand up, exhale. Feel a breath in and out as you land your arms. Stand in mountain pose. 2 breaths here. One more breath here. Take an inhale, chair pose. Listen, right leg over the left, eagle. Eagle as a pose is its own kind of lock. You can wrap your right arm underneath the left, lock your legs and your arms. And that lock, as you release the flow, or release the energy of that lock, you create a new energy and a new flow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep the arms, bring the right knee up, inhale. Keep the arms and kick the right leg back, exhale. Topple your tree with your legs, but eagle arms, elbows up and forward for 3, for 2. Release the arms back, 1, inhale. Maybe the arms forward, exhale. Come up, right foot slips beside the left. Breathe in. Arms high, sit down to chair. Breathe out. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh, figure number 4. Flag your left knee open and down as you sit into the outer right hip. For 3, for 2, sit lower, sit lower. For 1. As you stand up through the right leg, kick the left leg back, topple tree for a beat. Breathe in. Put your hands down, standing splits, kick up, breathe out. Step the left ball of the foot down. Inhale the arms back, runner's lunge. Stay here, exhale. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, second warrior. Exalt your warrior, you're reaching up and back, right side open. And then right forearm to right thigh or right arm long, left arm up to 12 o'clock. If you're doing right arm long, your arms are like arms on a clock. Bent knee triangle. If you're being a little bit more on that edge of investigating a stretch through your left side, left fingertips to the front, extended triangle. Keep the lunge, keep it energized, And then squeeze the upper inner thighs, which will also trigger that Mula Bandha, that root. For 3, for 2. Warrior 2, breathe in. Straighten the front leg, hands to hips, turn the right toes in, breathe out. Roll your chest open on an inhale, and then fold through on an exhale. Halfway lift in your wide-legged fold, breathe in. And then fold a little deeper and be committed to an inversion here, breathe out. Crown of the head almost meeting the floor, or at least pointing in that direction. And if you look towards your upper inner thighs, you might feel a squeeze of your diaphragm lock and your root lock, Uddiyana Mula Bandha, just by igniting a little bit of a chin lock. For 3, for 2. Stay in the forward fold, but release the locks. Exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Bend the left leg, flip the right toes up. Nice stretch. Breathe out. Come back to wide-legged fold with a heavy heart. Inhale. And walk the hands forward on an exhale. Draw the left knee down. Inhale the arms up. Stay here or trace the fingers up and back. Try as you may to lift through the center of the chest. So real active Anjaneyasana. For 3. Low lunge for 2. Come forward and down. Hands down, breathe in. Straighten both legs, pyramid pose, fold in. Bend the front leg and then kick the front leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Inhale. And then drive forward into chaturanga, exhale. And then shoelaces down, breathe in. And then downward face dog, breathe out. Zip your feet together, zip your inner thighs together. From down dog, pick up the heels way high. Micro bend the legs. Take a big inhale, load your spring, hold your breath. Hop on the hold of the breath. When you land, exhale your fold. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Exhale, bow, breathe out. Chair pose, feet together, inhale. From chair, left leg over the right, exhale. Left arm underneath the right, locking the body in this pose with the hopes of releasing something new, more invigorating on the tail end of letting out of this pose. Breathe in and out. Keep the arms. Release the left leg, left knee high. Breathe in. Kick back into topple tree with the leg. So the left leg long and the left big toe pointing downward. And then pick up the binded arms forward and up. Stretch the upper back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep the shape, but arms back. Inhale. Then arms forward. Exhale. Then get up through the heart, slip the left foot down. Inhale. And then sit down into chair. Exhale. Breathe in. Right ankle crosses over left. Breathe out. It might even feel like a bit of a reward as you sit low, not only opening the outer left hip, but that right hip where you're just doing some work there. For 3, for 2. Straighten the left leg, right knee high, arms high. Inhale. Wash it back, topple tree. Right leg kicks, right arms or arms back. Breathe in and out. Micro bend if you need it, hands down. Inhale. Kick the right heel up. Exhale. For 3. For 2. Put the right ball of the foot down to the back of the mat. Bend the front leg. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, arms back. Powerful lunge, runner's lunge, also known as Banarasana. Feel the squeeze of the upper inner thighs here. It should trigger your bandha. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Open it to second warrior, breathe out. Exalt your second warrior up and back. Inhale, stretch your left side. Put your left forearm to left thigh or left arm long and down, right arm high. Hold your inhale, bent knee triangle. Wash your right rib cage up and back. Crack open the center of the chest and firm this right thigh. And then even here, squeeze the upper inner legs together. Feel that pickup of the pelvic floor in the trigger of the Mula Bandha. For 3, you might reach your right fingertips forward, extending your triangle. Activating more for 1. In the bend of the legs, you come to warrior 2. Breathe in. And then hands to hips and straighten the front leg and knock the left toes inward to point in line with the right toe. In breath, roll your chest open. You can interlace behind, hold halfway. You can pause and squeeze the heels of the hands if that's accessible for you. Take another breath in. And then you can fold and really bow into it. Exhale. So the inversion comes by way of you letting go. And if you get the crown of the head pointing in the direction of the floor, and if it touches down, right, you can put it to the ground and pick up your heels, feeling a bit of a squeeze on the upper inner thighs, triggering the bandhas. And you might be able to turn it all the way upside down. Spreading your toes, triggering the bandhas to get there. For 3, for 2. When you're coming out, you got to trigger the feet and flex the feet and wide the legs slow to come out of that wide-legged space into tripod and out of tripod. But the hug of the Mula and the Uddiyana and even that neck lock were in place to get you up. Wide-legged fold is where we return with a heavy heart and head. Sigh it out. No need for the exhale. Heavy heart. And then halfway lift this guy. Breathe in. And then bend your right leg and flip your left toes up. Breathe out. Come back to a wide-legged fold. Inhale. And then walk forward, frame your front foot and put your right knee down. Kick up the arms, breathe in, Anjane. But stay here and lead the fingertips up and back with a whole big lift of the chest, center of the chest, sternum reaching high, kicking a reach of fingertips up and back. Keep it lifted for 3. Woo! For 2. Come back forward, plant the hands. There's your inhale. And then straighten both legs and pyramid pose for a beat. Exhale. Breathe in and out. Shift your right hip forward, left hip back. Listen here as you bend your front leg. You're creating a lunge. Plant your palms and then kick your left leg high into three-legged dog. Spread your toes. Breathe in. Then look forward and dive in, chaturanga. Upward dog, shoelaces down. Big inhale. And downward face dog. Wash your hips up and back. Maybe look at your navel to ignite that bandha to send it high. For 3. For 2. For 1. Breathe in, knees down. And take a pause in child's pose. Arms back or forward, depending on where you just want to go. And don't worry if you still don't understand or if you think you're not getting it. Just try and trigger your root bandha, your mula bandha, the pelvic floor. Create a little squeeze there and breathe it in and out. And then if your arms are back, bring them forward in child's pose. And this, try and trigger your diaphragm lock there. A little hug of your midsection in, breathe in and out, and press through the palms. And then come into tabletop. And take an inhale as you tuck your chin in here, flat back. And then exhale, round the spine. And then untuck your chin and come into the arch of the spine, regular way. Breathe in. And then exhale, round the spine. And then keep the tuck of your chin in your rounded spine here. But now go to a flat back and tuck your chin in. Breathe in. Feel the neck lock. Round your spine again. Breathe out. Don't worry, you might have felt it, you might have not. Don't hold on. Arch your spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward face dog. Pull your belly in, lift your bum up and back, not forward at all. Exhale, breath. That'll straighten your spine. Land in. Beautiful. Zip the legs, create your heels high, and micro bend your legs. And then load up your inhale here and hold at the top of your inhale. Hop on the hold. Exhale, land. Fold in for 3. Grab for opposite elbows for 2. Link up, fold in, maybe micro bend the legs for 1. Let go, hold on to nothing. Beautiful. Roll up slow. Maybe try and look at your navel as you roll up. You should be able to feel a little tug. When you stack, if you're still looking at your navel, and you stack your shoulders over your hips, your glutes will smile. Stand up tall, neck long. Palms to heart. Left knee up, breathe in. Left foot to tree, or you can do standing lotus if you're super open and you want to bring the left ankle to the right hip. Same kind of opening in the hips, maybe a little more bang for your buck if you get standing lotus. Stretch your tree, breathe in. Separate your palms and maybe challenge your tree to look up and keep your balance, breathe out. Balance is this one thing that we think, oh, I can't balance, I won't necessarily work on it. It's one of the things that saves us as we get older, because as we know with our loved ones who are older, one of the most frequent injuries comes from just losing balance and falling. So you got to work on it. Doesn't just come naturally. Tug your belly and stand taller. Breathe in and out. Keep your arms high, left knee forward. High knee, breathe in. Slip the left foot by the right. Take chair pose and ground slowly into the sit. Take an inhale. Hands down, forward fold with straight legs. Exhale. Roll up slow, neck lock maybe. Look at your navel. Keep kind of trying to look at your navel as you roll up. Feel the squeeze of your bum to do so. And then when you eventually stack, breathe in, breathe out. Hands to hips, right knee up. Inhale. Bring the foot to the inner leg for tree or lotus. Lotus, standing lotus, is that right ankle to the upper left hip region. The knee is still opening up and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really tug your left hip crease into center. It'll help you stand taller, right? Rather than teenager at the mall. Stand taller, arms high. Breath in. Challenge the gaze high. Firm the standing leg. Breath out. What we challenge here is not only just the standing leg, like one idea, but it's everything that makes that leg. And those ankles getting a little workout to be more accountable too. Breathe in and out. Keep your arms high. Bring your right knee to center, but keep it high. Inhale. And then chair your pose. Exhale. And breathe in chair. And sit lower. Breathe out. In chair at the top of your mat with your knees bent. Take an inhale. Keep your chair bum. Put your hands down. Maybe bend your legs more. Put your hands down. Knees widen as your heels pick up. Bakasana. Same shape you did on your back body. Remember? Try and ignite. Not so much necessarily arm strength. That's two. But try and ignite those little parts. The root, the mula, right? The uddiyana, the diaphragm. And then hop into chaturanga when you're ready. Or step into plank when you're ready. Breathe in. In upward dog, look at your navel. Kick the hips up and back. Breathe out. Down dog, full breath in. Sigh it out, release that guy, full breath out. Listen, kick the right leg high. Remember that guy? Breathe in. Keep it up there, bend it. Stack the right hip over the left. If you have shoulder strength, hover the right hand. And then flip that hip up and over to the left to flip your dog. I'm not doing it on this side, maybe the other. If you flip your dog, pick up your hips and heart, landing your right foot onto the mat flat. Right toes look to the back of the mat for 3, for 2. You have to flip back up, and then everybody gets to three-legged dog as they curl in the right hip, right leg long. Breathe in. And then right knee to right elbow, exhale, stay. Squeeze your diaphragm there. That uddiyana bandha. Breathe in. Set your right shin down, pigeon pose. Breathe out. Option to take the left arm and kind of thread it underneath the right and get a little bit of opening in the shoulder. See how it suits me today. Full breath in and full breath out. You're either kissing the mat or the floor or left cheek to the floor. Take your time with your inhale and exhale. You don't have to lock your chin here to feel pranayama, to feel ujjayi breath. But can you imagine breathing in through the nose, through the back of the throat, hearing a little bit of that inhale. That's where you get your heat really in yoga. And then exhale through the nose like you're fogging up mirrors with a bit of a ha sound. Come out of it, proud pigeon. Plant your paws, guys. Got that? Breathe in. Straighten the back leg, pick up the back knee, breathe out, and lift your hips higher and higher like you're catting your spine. That should really make you attentive to your diaphragm lock, your Uddiyana. That should make you be able to step your right foot forward by your right thumb into a lunge, hugging the belly to do so. Breathe in, fingertips frame the front foot. Breathe out, kick the left leg up, standing splits. If standing splits is challenging for you, you can always put your fingertips or hands to the blocks out in front so that you're bringing the floor to you. Or you can go for a little more flat hands out in front and a little hop in, right? Kicking the left leg high, lifting the right heel off the mat. And a little kind of trying to hop in to L shape, handstand. Or you're in standing splits for 3, for 2. Left foot down, guys. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Feet together, chair pose. Inhale. Keep your chair legs. Exhale, fold with your chair legs and either go for another Bakasana or see if you might sit on your heels high, bum to heel squat, which might also be an option for you. Practicing balance, working the strength of your ankles, but also giving you an opportunity to squeeze your bandhas so you can stand tall in the spine. For 3, for 2. If you have Bakasana, you could totally hop into Chaturanga. You can hop out of your squat, or you can step to plank, breathe in, and you can flow. Upward dog might get a beat, so you can neck lock and look at the navel for a beat. And use that to kick your bum up and back, down dog. Breathe in. Sigh out. Left leg up on an inhale from down dog. Left leg bends and stacks the left hip over the right. Stay or start to hover the left hand. And then maybe that hover leads to an honest flip of your dog. Hips up, toes point to the back of the mat, arm overhead as much as possible. For 3, for 2. To unflip, you're turning and curling your left hip in. Left hand lands, and everybody straighten the left leg, 3-legged dog. Breathe in. And then from the exhale, left knee to left elbow, hold. Stay for a beat, pigeon. Lift your high heart in pigeon, settle your hips. A little more bang for the buck in pigeon and opening in the shoulder. You can step your left hand forward and right arm threads through and underneath so that you bake out on your outer right shoulder here. You could use your blocks as a pillow if they happen to be handy to do that, or you could just put your cheek to the floor, your lips to the floor. The inhale through the back of the throat, like sucking water through a straw. The exhale out the nose, and a little bit of a ha sound to the exhale, like fogging up the mirrors. For 3, for 2. Proud pigeon, plant the hands down, high the heart. Curl the back toes under, pick up the back knee and straighten the leg. Push through the ball of the right foot and hug your diaphragm and even your mula root bandha, rounding the upper spine and through the whole length of the spine so you can eventually hover the left shin. Savor this guy. Step the left foot to the left thumb. That's your lunge. Frame your front foot with your fingertips. A little lift to the heart. Breathe in. And then kind of go forward to kick up the back leg. Standing splits. Breathe out. You can use blocks to be in standing splits. You can flirt with standing splits by lifting your left heel. Yeah, flirting. Taking it a little bit further. If you got the left heel up, you might set your flat hands down to the floor out in front and kind of hop into handstand momentum. Or you might play with putting your heel up and down on the standing foot. 2 more breaths. If you have a wall, go for it. Use it for a handstand. For 3. For 2. Right foot will come down by the left foot. Feet kiss, kind of halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Listen. Feet together, chair pose. Sit down. Breathe in. Little different this time. Arms straight ahead, fingers pointing straight ahead. Arter your arms. Ground in your sit, but lift your heart. Take an inhale. Feel the squeeze of the pelvic floor. The slower you move, the more you might trigger the pelvic floor as you bend your legs and start sitting lower and lower. Navasana boat pose for 1 breath in. Ardha Navasana, you're hovering your legs, your heels, and your shoulders and back body. Breath out. It's like you're doing a backstroke in the swimming pool. Arms back. Breathe in. Hover. Feel the squeeze of the bandhas. Breathe out. 1 more inhale. Unlock the energy. Shavasana. Exhale. Soles of the feet to the mat, knees point up, little space between the knees. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, figure number 4. Listen, breathe in. And then wag your legs to the left until the right foot hits the ground flat in this shape. Out. Look. Inhale. Breathe into the twist of the right side. Exhale. Look up to center. Hey now. Press your palms down. Pick up your legs to center. Breathe in. Right foot down. Both knees look up. Breathe out. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Figure number 4. Take an inhale. Wag your legs to the right until the left foot touches down flat. Exhale. Look over your left shoulder. 1 big breath in. Right into the left side twist. Breath out. Come back to center with your gaze. Press through right foot and pick up your legs to center in figure number 4. Breathe in, a little shimmy step of your right foot to the right. Breathe out, left foot down. Shavasana. Sweet, sweet dreams, guys. Don't be afraid to just drift off, lose track of time, let go. You might even tighten your body for a beat, kind of flex and point or feel the squeeze of those bandhas everywhere for a beat so that you can know what it is to let go of that and exhale out. And then let yourself float in, be in. Thank you so much for your practice today and for playing on the mat. Practice makes practice, not perfection, so don't hold on to anything that you think didn't work. It worked just fine. Namaste.